to come.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Wasn't part of the stream now, was I? I told you beautiful people a long time ago. God, by the way, I hope y'all are doing wonderful right now. I don't even know where I am. I'm lost. I'm in that undisclosed location. I woke up. All I know is I found a dead hooker and my cat shit in my mouth. So it's been a hell of a night for me. But anyway, God, I gotta dig a hole now. But still, here we are. We're doing a martini lunch. This is, yeah, we're live. Why are we live? Because, hey, White Rabbit. Because, doing it, recording it it sucks, man. Let's face it, you guys know it, I know it. I'm a live guy, right? I mean, you have so many hours in a day, and it takes an hour and a half to do a premiere, which is fine. I mean, I like them. They're good when I'm not gonna be there. If I can do them like the day before, I appreciate y'all coming out and stuff. But fact of the matter is then you have days like today and normies, and they're coming at you, and you're like, oh, like blah blah blah. You got this, you got that. It's like you have to mow your yard, or you're gonna get a zoning violation. I'm like, dude, you guys just chill out. I have a martini lunch to do. They're just normies, man. Normies. Bring me down. The man is bringing me down. So how are you beautiful people doing? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Jeez, that's not what I wanted. I want this. I have no idea what's happening yet. I haven't looked. But here we go. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring y'all up on this. Where'd my channel go? My StreamYard's not where I like it. Did I turn you guys off? No, you're there. Whew, good. Let's see here. Share screen. Share screen. Microsoft Edge. By the way, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. 3 subscribers down from where I was yesterday at this time. So that's always a good time. That's a great way to wake up. Let me tell you about that one. You're just sitting there going, what the hell did I do this for? It's like, here's a way, think like this. You do work, right? And then you have to pay money for the work you did. That's the only way I can describe it like. It's a negative return. All right, okay, this whole fiasco, they had people outside the Capitol right now. Do you know where the Supreme Court is from the Capitol? It's next door. So the street between the Capitol building and the Supreme Court building is closed. And they're out there screaming, burn it down, abolish the courts, all this stuff, right? And then they're having a hearing trying to blame it on Republicans, saying that they did it. They're not talking about the guy that encouraged the hallway stuff with Ashley Babbitt was her life ended in there. The guy had been arrested before for Antifa activities. The guy who told the cops to go, oh, hey guys, you should leave. He's been arrested before. But no, none of that stuff. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Orange Man bad. Because you know what? They can't stand you. That's the problem. And the curtains pulled back. Everybody was happy in Oz until that stupid dog showed up and ruined it for everybody. That's what's happening. So, let's see. I mean, geez. Like, this guy even knows what's going on. Dobbs v. Jackson fallout. Democrats demand more fight on abortion from Biden. They didn't lose anything. I mean, okay, so there's like maybe 15 people in Tennessee that are for abortion by fiat, right? And it's like, you just can't do that. Like, I mean, 6 weeks, there's no abortions in Tennessee now after 6 weeks. Sorry, bye. Because you know what? let's look at common law. Let's look at the way society has always worked. All right, we're not picking and choosing stuff. You shouldn't treat your body like a trash can. And human life means something. Let me tell you, as somebody who has watched it firsthand, the way they treat you as you get older, you better damn well be proud about this. Because the next thing would have come would have been, what are those death panels would have been coming. And I'll tell you what, right now, they have something similar. What they do is they encourage you to find alternative ways to take care of your. They try to come up with creative ways to say, "Oh, they'll never recover," something like that. And people are dumb, and people are sensitive. They don't know better. All right, they trust their doctors. That's the first thing. Trust your lawyers. Don't trust your doctors. A lawyer has to work for you. A doctor, they don't care about you. The doctor always tells you the opposite of what you want to hear. Let's see here. Democrats demand more fight at abortion. I mean, that is just sick. Okay, first of all, if you're demanding for it, you've got condoms, you've got everything else. Nobody's taking away abortion if you've been raped or. And then, by the way, I like how they throw incest in there. Like, that's a separate thing. Okay? If you're doing that willingly, that's really screwed up, man. That sort of stuff needs to go to jail. But if you're not, it's still rape. Okay? Gosh, they try to categorize it like, oh, this sounds really bad too, so let's throw that one in. Get over it. Act like adults. God, we're not stupid. Stupid normies. You're stupid. Let's see here. Liz Cheney calls for top Trump White House lawyer to testify. Lawyers can't testify against their clients. Jeez. I mean, just if I were him, I'd say, blow it out your ass. I'm not going to go against my principles. I'm not going to go against what is dictated in the courts. If you want to take me to court, fine. But not in this ringy thing. Go in there and just do the Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire was a baseball player, hit a bunch of home runs using Androstenedione, which you used to be able to buy off the shelf at Walmart. He got really big. He got a huge workout regimen. Guy got huge. Hit 70 home runs a year, right? I mean, he just knocking them like crazy. Every other at bat, he had a home run. And man, when he was hitting them far. It was exciting to watch. They'll bring Androstenedione back in baseball. Anyway, so here he is. He goes before Congress so they can do investigations. Congressional investigations, if you have a congressperson, that's what you should do. You should automatically start calling them and say, stop wasting time. Congressional investigations have done nothing ever. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what you should do is say, just stop it, okay? You're politicking on the public penny. But Mark McGwire, his defense was, he went up there, he goes, I'm not here to talk about the past. I love that statement. I'm not here to talk about the past. That is such... They didn't know what to do when he said that. Oh, look. Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony was unique. The aftermath hasn't been. Yeah, unique is in terminology that they understand. Unique is what they would call you and me lying. Clinics scramble to divert patients to states as states ban abortion. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe what the Democrats are looking for freer access to abortion, if they want freer access to abortion, gasoline needs to be cheaper. So I support this on a sec. Oh my gosh. See, I can change my mind. I support this whole abortion thing because if you have freer abortions, the way to have it now, because it's a new way to live, is you got to have cheaper gasoline. I'm going to tweet that. I'm going to say we need cheaper gasoline so men can afford to go across state lines to have abortions. Let's see here. Level-headed, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm on a rant. Kristen, how are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Divinity, hello. I don't know why this time I saw checking convictions up there, and I thought it said cracking convictions. And I don't know why. That's hilarious. Yeah, a lawyer cares more about you than a doctor. You better believe that. Um, this is live. This is live. I don't have time to do it anymore. I wish I was in the Chick-fil-A drive-through. So many questions, so little. Okay, you're not being deceived. This is live. In the chat talking to you now, not in line at Chick-fil-A, and I think I answered all those. All right. Dude, I mean, come on, man. I'm not blind. Of course, I didn't see her little thing, dude. I don't think Bill's seen her little thing either. Yeah, you, Devindy, you didn't like the other stuff, did you? The premieres. I'm gonna have to do premieres when I can't do a show. So premieres will be re-debuting maybe in the fall. I don't know how I don't know how lunches are working. Last night went too long. Um, Geez, it's all catching up to me, and I am not complaining. By the way, guys, I love you guys. I love being here. You know what? If it sounds like I'm complaining, it's not because of you. It's not because I'm here. I'm complaining because of myself and not being organized and not having a thing. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, during the day, man, it drives me nuts until I can get back. I've worked out like 10:30. It's the path of least resistance, right? 10:30 at night is my path of least resistance. Then Friday at 9, that worked out. Wow, that worked out. Shows you how hip and cool I am. I don't have anything to do on Friday nights. So, you know, I can do nights. I mean, man, nothing's going on at noon. High noons when you have shootouts. That's the good time for this, right? We ought to be doing nooners. No, no. For some reason, I'm not. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not. All I know is yeah. I do because you got info without interruptions. Thank you. Um, but I really love you give us attention. I think the premieres are good for hooking new peeps. Well, thank you, Divinity. You know what? I take your opinion to its most heartfelt because we're both on the same thing. We really want to grow, and it's a growing process. I mean, if we had 100,000 subscribers, wouldn't care, right? But it's interesting to see how different people like different things. And yeah, I see. I liked it too because I was able to just get stuff out real quick. Um, but here we are. So, thank you, convictions. Um, yeah, I thought there was gonna be. I thought there was gonna be. I got a car drove by the house last night. It's the second night I've had. So I take Labrador out after the show, and hey, you know what, level headed? I need to get you with Magcore. He is at a stump, and he's got a lot of subscribers. And a lot of those subscribers I feel would like stuff that you do because they all came over from LawTube. And you could you're intelligent when you talk. I sound like an idiot. Um, but yeah, he was like he doesn't know how to uh, do something. Hey, yeah, make a gang stalking video. So that's kind of like what I was talking about. So I had Labrador out. So yesterday was Tuesday. After the show, take him out front. We're playing in the front yard, and a car, same car that came by on Monday. Monday it comes down. We have a circle in the middle of the road, which is funny because it's not a 4 lane. It's just like a wide spot in the road, right? Comes down, stops at this circle, goes around, continues to go straight, drives past the house, goes down to the end of the street, and I thought it was like some new neighbors. Turns around and stops in front of a house for like a minute. Then continues to come back and go back around the circle and leaves. That's what happened Monday. Same car comes in last night. I told Brown Dog, I said, get inside. I said, we're going to go inside. Of course, it's after I flashed him with my flashlight. And Jules, how are you doing? Boy, I love this. It is hump day. And tonight will reflect it. That is for sure. Yeah, there isn't one thing, a hit or miss. Oh, and by the way, Levelhead, I did not send him your way. I just saw you, and I thought about that, and I was like, maybe you, I don't know, you check him out, see what you think about his stuff. And he's, I don't know, he's Australian. I just like I like having Australian people around me. I'd like to have people from anywhere around. If it was you stalking me, I'd say, come on in, let's get something to eat. Nobody's stalking me. There's no. I'm not that cool. Um. Anyway, where'd I go? So, oh, I'll tell you what. If you're not on Truth Social, you should be, man. Trump is just blasting these hearings. 51. I even covered this yesterday. The 51 migrants are dead in San Antonio. Identifying their remains won't be easy. Ship them all back to Mexico. Be like, hey, we think these people came from over here. Do y'all know who these people are? Mark Meadows was kind of a cool guy. I got to meet him one time before he was chief of staff. Horrified. 51 dead in suspected human smuggling incident, officials say. Yeah. Okay, well, if you're horrified, are you prepared to do something about that? Because no, they think that it's because there's not an open border is why this is happening. I mean, you know what? That's just that you're stupid. You want a one world system. And I don't know where you come from that sounds good. I want a Tennessee system. I think we ought to start, doing checkpoints before you come across state lines, and make sure that you're not you don't have bad intentions. Mexican families fret over fate of migrants trapped in Texas truck. If they fretted over them, they wouldn't have sent them. But instead they packed Paco up on the truck and said, hey, go make money and send it back here. We need some dineros, some green dineros. Because our own government, obviously, Mexico doesn't know how to govern. Prove me wrong. They don't know how to do it. Seems like a beautiful country, great place, great people. I love Mexican people better than I do my own family. But man, they don't know how to govern. They have, could you imagine being like, oh, well, the cartels have taken over, they basically have Portland. If you're in a place like Portland and you need help, who do you call? That could be the cops, right? That's just weird. So anyway, this chick, doesn't she look like a dude? So this is all they've got. They've got 51 migrants dead. Clinics scramble to get cheap gas so they can send people to California. And Democrats demand more fights. That's the top stories? Come on. This is what's happening today? Well, this is a boring ass day. Wow. U.S. Homicide clearance rates are dropping in Philadelphia as murder rates skyrocket. What was that? That sounds interesting. Let's see what this is. Homicide clearance rates. Monique Iris weaves through emotions of pain, sadness, and anger while chatting on the stoop of her Southwest Philadelphia home. Summer's almost here. This means another tough anniversary on the horizon. Those 2 times a year are very, very hard, she said. The mom is already bracing for August 1st. It's the date in 2007. Her son Eric Woods was shot and killed. He was 19. The case has languished. Irvis described the tense, difficult relationship with Philadelphia Police Department. Yeah, no kidding. You guys have seen that, right? Hold on. Are you guys familiar with like the Philadelphia Police Department and dropping a bomb on a house? Hey, Sunshine. I saw you I saw you a while back. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you in the chat, though. Thank you for stopping by here. I'm Jules. Always. You need to start putting quotation marks around that. That's your line. Um, that's awesome. Glad to see you here, Sunshine. Um, because there's no sunshine when you're gone. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that before. That's my cheesy line. Um, let's see here. Very sanquinity. DoorDash. This is like at 2 in the morning. There's nothing open. 1:32, whatever time I get off here. Um, well, I'm glad you're here and in the chat. Thank you so much for stopping by. Um, yeah, this is a fun place. We try to make this fun, and half I'm half delirious 90% of the time. So you can always make fun of me. You gotta make fun of something, right? All right. So yeah, Philadelphia. Check it out. Maybe we'll talk about it tonight some. I don't know. They had the police. They made a bomb because they don't sell bombs at a bomb. There's no bomb store to buy bombs at. And they flew a helicopter over a house where they were like, oh, there's a lot of gang members in there. We can't get them out. And they dropped this bomb on it. And I think it leveled the entire block. I mean, it was pretty bad. But, 1970s, yo. So, I'm very angry. I've been trying to say that I'm not angry. I don't know, but it just angers me. It's been too long. Still no, they don't know who did it. It was a drive-by. It's Philadelphia, man. They don't care. I mean, I'll tell you what. Somebody like convictions or level-headed, somebody that's in the community, you probably know the stats. It's like 50% of bodies that are found, dead people, right? They never find out who killed them. I mean, it's an amazing stat. You're like, what? Let's see here. The case of Eric Woods shot and killed after a neighborhood basketball game in Southwest Philadelphia. I thought Bill Clinton was supposed to fix all that. It's one of the city's many unsolved murders. The entire pandemic, we've been maxed out with the Anti-Violence Partnership of Philadelphia agency. Arias is troubled by numbers showing Philadelphia is struggling to solve its homicides. It's growing increasingly worse. More and more data uncovered by CBS News shows the department over the last couple of years is solving only slightly more than a quarter of the murders involving black victims, compared with those between 60 and 80% for white victims. I'm sure it's racist. Oh, I'm just sure it's racist. Or maybe white victims aren't killed in drive-bys. Or like things. Maybe black people are smarter and they know how to not get caught. You ever think about that? That's worse than losing someone to homicide. What's worse than losing someone to a homicide is losing someone to a homicide and not having any answers. And the time going by, life going on, and you're still left with no answers. You know, people worry about that stuff. That's why they put up things like security cameras. They have cell phones. They let people know where they are. See here. Beginning in 2014, homicide numbers began to steadily rise. 249 8 years ago, 317 by 2017. And then department officials say there was an explosion. The murder rate in Philadelphia was almost 500 in 2020. But wait a second, wasn't 2020 the lockdown? How'd that happen? That's a 40% increase from 2019. But people were locked down. How did that happen? How did that happen? Huh. That's weird. They were staying safe from a bug they couldn't see. Anyway. Jules, take care. Cheesy lines are all I got. A couple of cheap tricks and a cheesy one-liner. That's me, man. That's me. Uh, Making you blush. You're funny and have an amazing channel. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look, I'm a lot funnier. That's why there's an avatar, because looks aren't everything. When you talk about me being funny. Let's see here. Yeah, see you, Jules. Thank you for stopping by. Um, Burn rubber is the best. Oh my gosh. RJ, you remember? Oh, yeah, she's blocked. Yeah, she was. I did. You know, RJ, I did that for you. I did that for you last night. I blocked her. I blocked Sully from the chat just for RJ. And I still get no relief from him. So, see, don't give the people what they want. You give the people what they want, they throw it at you. Kidding. RJ, do you remember that when the Philly police bombed a neighborhood? Oh, sorry, kiddo. That's been my thing. Listen, it's like, oh, you're so funny. Yeah, looks aren't everything, and uh, no. Oh, I don't know if I've ever not. You know what? I talk so fast and say so much stupid stuff that I don't know if a joke lands or not. I just keep on going. Anyway, uh oh. I don't know. So there we are. I ended up talking about history, Philadelphia. Is the 4th of July this weekend? I just realized this, and that which upsets me. 4th of July is my favorite holiday, and I have nothing planned, and I need to do something. It needs to be a something big, something loud, something fun. It needs to get started now instead of yesterday. Where did my thing go? Uh, Hang on, I hear somebody. I've got more pools going into this neighborhood. I'm like, God, what are you guys doing? So I don't know. It sounded like uh, I don't know what it was. It's outside. There's some human making a noise. Um, oh my gosh. What we ought to do is just meet up in Nevada and just hang out. Uh, you never can tell. It's why you always laugh at everything I say. Well, you know what? If you can't laugh at them, join them. I don't know. But yeah, 4th of July is coming this weekend, I think. So now we need to be in a time of deep reflect. This is that time of year where, I think about, what is it? Oh, it's a balmy 80 degrees here. So We had overcast. It's probably higher than that, but anyway, that's what the little machine on the Jeff Bezos drone tells me. Um, this is the time of year when guys rode on horseback from all around the world, from all around America. They came together. They're coming into Philadelphia right now to see this letter that Thomas Jefferson had drafted. And it was going, they didn't know exactly what was on it. Um, they had talked about it, gave approval of it, left, went home, talked to their wives, talked to their family. You know, that's one of the things when passing legislation, you ever see people say, oh, if they don't get this done now, they won't get it before they go back, on recess. That's great. You want them to go on recess because that's when they're out in the public talking to people. And you don't want them talking to just lobbyists and themselves. And so you turn around and you went home. Now you're back in Philadelphia, and this dude's putting the last touches on this letter. And you're sitting there thinking about what all you're going to ask people to do. I mean, we look now. I know the Second Amendment's been real big in the news past couple of days, but if you think about it, like the Continental Congress, the Continental Army. I mean, and like the militias that fought in the war and whatnot. These are people who had their own armies. I mean, that's all through time. People raised their own armies. The British they paid Germans, they hired German mercenaries to fight for them. That's what the Christopher Walken plays the Headless Horseman in Sleepy Hollow, and that was the story of him. But anyway, it's that time. It's very humbling to me because what would you do if you were asked to be put into that? If you were in that position and you were asked to make a decision that will affect the history of the world, are you prepared for that? Are you gonna be able to go home and sleep like a baby? The Revolutionary War was a 10-year war. You ready for that? I don't know. It's big stuff. Um, yeah, big fat no, not me. Yeah, you're not. It's a, it's, well, Divinity, thank you. I'm big when I talk about history. I'm about putting the saying is, walk a mile in a man's shoes. That's how I am about history. I think you should have to look at it from their perspective and really put thought into the way it was. There's no air conditioning. There's no highways. There's no internet. There's no radio. I mean, we're talking about last night, like, oh, having an emergency radio. And you didn't have anything. And that's a big deal. We are, I think what separates us from the animals and why dog is man's best friend is because we're the only species that looks for an advancement in our culture and advancement in our amenities. And dogs love that. Okay? And anyway, the other animals, you'll see people having pet giraffes. You see what happens when you have a pet lion, Siegfried and Roy. Uh, but I mean, these dudes, I didn't know what was going to happen tomorrow. They had no idea the size of the British Army. You know, talk about Benjamin Franklin. I mean, he went to France. He spent a month or whatever it was in France right after 3 months in it, something like that. He wasn't living a hard life in France, and he, he's over there. He was I don't know. They loved hearing his stories, which is funny. Um, if you can get a giraffe to trained, you can have one. That's true. She did. She made that decision, and I think her name should always be remembered. I think if they're gonna make this January 6th stuff such a big deal, then you have to realize there's another side of that coin, and you ought to say there'll be a memorial for her. But anyway, yeah, it was. There's a thing that goes around. It's read around the 4th of July a lot of times. But like, what happened to the founders? And it's really sad. None of them ended up. Very few of them succeeded after putting everything on the line. The Lees did. Jefferson did. Franklin did. But a lot of these guys, like, they died. Their families were killed. Their sons were killed in war. Their farms were burnt to the ground. Um, it was horrible. Um, but great. Looks like I'll be getting a giraffe now. Oh, jeez. I'll give those people something to look at when they drive by. It's like they're lost. Anyway, no, 4th of July, it's a big deal. And there's a reason why we have fireworks. And that's why we need more fireworks. And we need to make them louder and shoot up higher in the sky. Because it's a warning shot to the rest of the world. The warning is that we took freedom. And we rock it, okay? Not everybody in the world wants freedom. There's a lot of places in the world there to say, why do you do this? Why do you have that? And it's like, because it's freedom. It's American. And the problems that we have in our country is not because we have freedom. It's because we have assholes that will abuse freedom for their own self-manipulated things. We still live in a society. And we remember that. And this is why church was so good for the era of the times, because the entire community would go to church and they meet up and they would come together for an hour or maybe 2 hours maybe. I don't know how long church used to be. I don't know why it's at this hour mark now either. But still, it's you reflected, you thought, and you saw your neighbors that you wouldn't see the rest of the week. I mean, you're not driving past people going to Hardee's, I've waved at every one of my neighbors. I don't know their names. I don't know who they are or anything, but, I wave at them. Try to keep it cordial, right? It's just, I don't know. It's just such a weird, different time. And it's an experiment, and we were given the burden of trying to keep the fire going. And believe it or not, the quickest way to extinguish a fire is to take away its fuel. So guys, be gasoline, grab the day, enjoy the day, make your mark wherever you are. Make sure that people know that you are who you are and that you're here in this chat. You're all coming together. This is the great meeting place of the greatest people I've ever known. And I mean that when I say it. I mean when I say I love you guys, because you're each individuals and you're each awesome. And guys, tonight, 10:30, hump night. And until then, be safe. And again, rock out your day. Godspeed, everybody.